Air India Flight AI-171 bound for London yesterday, resulting in the heartbreaking loss of many precious lives. In this hour of profound grief, we extend our heartfelt condolences to the families and loved ones of the victims. May the departed souls rest in eternal peace, and may those who are grieving find strength, comfort, and courage to face this immense loss. Our thoughts and prayers remains with everyone affected by this devastating tragedy. Good afternoon to all the esteemed speakers, respected faculty members, and enthusiastic participants. I, Debarpita Naha, research scholar of ICFA University Tripura, your host for the day, extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to each one of you as we commence day 5 of this intellectual, enriching academic gathering. We are privileged to begin today's proceedings with the presence of a distinguished academician, Professor Dr. Dhananjay Datta, Dean of Research and Development, and Professor at the Faculty of Management and Commerce, ICFA University Tripura. With over 25 years of combined industry and academic experience, Dr. Datta has made remarkable contributions to the field of marketing and economics, and continues to guide numerous research scholars while also serving as the chief editor of the university's research journal. In our second session, we are equally honored to be joined by Professor Dr. Pramod Kumar, Professor and Head of the Department of Teacher Education and Director of UGC MMTTC at the Central University of Haryana. With more than 18 years of teaching and over 15 years of research experience, Dr. Kumar is a highly respected figure in school education, teacher education, and education and technology. His academic and administrative leadership under NEP 2020 has greatly contributed to national-level educational reforms. We look forward to gaining valuable insights from both of our esteemed speakers today. I now request everyone to join me in extending a virtual round of applause as we move forward with our first session. As we begin our first session for today, it is my honor to introduce Professor Dr. Dhananjay Datta. He is presently serving as Dean, Research and Development at the ICFA University Tripura. His areas of specialization are marketing and economics. In addition to his administrative responsibilities, he is also a professor in the Faculty of Management and Commerce at ICFA University Tripura. He further serves as the Chief Editor of ICFA University Tripura, Journal of Advanced Research and Development. Dr. Datta has published several books, book chapters, research papers, and articles in reputed journals. He has actively participated in a number of national and international conferences and workshops. He has successfully completed various faculty development programs, management development programs, workshops, consultancy assignments, and research projects. Over the years, he has received various awards and holds memberships in several reputed academic and professional bodies. Dr. Datta earned his MA in Economics from Jivaji University, Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, India. He completed the Small Industries Management Program at IISW NBM, Kolkata, West Bengal, as well as postgraduate diploma in Business Management with specialization in marketing and systems from the same institute. He received his PhD in Economics and Marketing from the National Institute of Technology, Agartala, Tripura, India. He subsequently completed his D.Litt in Economics from Berhampur University, Orissa, India. Professor Datta brings with him 7 years of industry experience, along with more than 18 years of academic experience. I would now request Sir to take up the discussion.
Yeah. Thank you, Devabrita. And good afternoon to all participants. Number of the participants joining are gradually increasing. Now with this, I will start my session, and for that I will take a moment to share my slides. Yeah. The screen is visible?
Yes, sir. The screen is
visible.
visible.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Dear all participants, as you know that we are going through the National Education Policy 2020 Orientation and Sensitization Program on Research and Development. So this is basically jointly organized by Assam University, Silchar, and Research and Development Department, ICFA University, Tripura, under the aegis of Maleba Mission Teacher Training Center, Assam University, Silchar. Actually, MMTTC is a basically UGC body, and they are having a center in the Assam University, Silchar, and in this regard, Assam University is doing very excellent job. They are catering the need of the educators, then students, scholars, and for that they are organizing several FDP on national education policy. Now today's my topic of discussion is research and development, strengthening research and its contribution. Like if we say research and development, so how it can be strengthened and what will be its contribution. About all these things, I will try to give exposure to all the participants. Now, before going to the detail, I want to acknowledge, and my acknowledgement especially goes to ChatGPT, then WhatsApp Meta AI, Google Gemini AI, because I have collected some information from these AI tools, which is freely available. Then special thanks goes to Assam University, Silchar, and the all authorities, organizing committee member involved in this program. My special thanks to them for cooperating and helping us to execute this program. And my special thanks also goes to ICFA University, Tripura, where our authorities are encouraging, motivating us to organize such kind of program. Now, this is basically the content which I am going to cover. Along with this content, I have some supporting facts which I will present here. These are basically Indian research and development related data, which is being basically published from government side, and it is officially, and publicly available. Now, the content includes introduction on the topic, then understanding research and development, strengthening research, what will be the key strategies, contribution of research and development, reforming research in the university, establishing research and development cell, enhancing institutional autonomy, interconnectivity of teaching and research, building world-class laboratories, trust area of research with local, national and global priorities, promoting interdisciplinary research collaborations, fostering academic industry interaction, developing innovative practice, linking research with innovation, then writing research project proposals, funding, execution and management. Then finally summing up through conclusion and references. Now, before starting my talk, I would like to say that in this FDP, total 157 participants are there. Out of total 157 participants, 20 are research scholar, PhD scholar, 20. The assistant professor participants number is 97. Then associate professor is 17. Then guest faculty, contextual faculty and other category 20, 21, and professor 2 participants. So this includes basically 157. So we have seen on an average 100 participants are attending regularly, but the fact is that, see, like research scholar 20, assistant professor 97, then associate professor 17, then guest faculty or contextual faculty and other category 21. Now this segment basically need this kind of exposure so that India overall research and development process can be accelerated to a new level. And how it can be, I'll just give my insight, and I'll share my observation experience throughout this presentation. And to start with the introduction, like if we say about research and development is a foundational element in the growth of knowledge, innovation, and societal transformation. Universities serve as epicenters of knowledge. Epicenters means central point of knowledge creation, with research contributing to economic development, technological advancement, and policy reform. Strengthening research requires systematic reforms, strategic investment, and collaborative ecosystem that integrate teaching, innovation, and interdisciplinary practice. This presentation elaborates on the core elements necessary to enhance research and development capabilities in universities, aligning them with local, national, and global imperatives. Now, understanding research and development. Understanding research and development means how we can define research and development, or what is basically research and development. Because as the topic is related to this, and we are, my exposure is to how to strengthen it and what will be its contribution. So in this regard, to start with, the definition need to be explained. So research refers to systematic investigation into existing or new knowledge to discover new facts or principles. Or we can say research is basically, inclusion of two words, research, searching again. On the other side, development involves the application of research findings to produce new materials, products, or process. This definition is given by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Together, research and development forms the backbone of innovation. Now, here, see, I want to highlight something. Like we said, developed countries, developing countries. So definitely we are in the developing stage, and we need more time to develop. Now, here, what I said, research is basically systematic investigation into existing or new knowledge to discover new facts or principles. And what development is basically, giving the realization of the findings to produce new products, process, system. So in this regard, like if we say our research process, which exists in universities or in different research bodies, that need to be strengthened first, that need to be improved first. Now for that, like here, there are 97 assistant professors are participating. So assuming like 97 assistant professor, then 20 research scholar and guest faculty, contractual faculty, and other 21. So this is basically the majority segment who will contribute towards the society for a long year. You will be associate professor, professor. Okay, so in this regard, I request you that to assistant professor, that when you are guiding PhD scholar, guide them like they can come up with at least one patent from their PhD research work. And that is where the research basically stand on. And believe me, it is possible. If the researcher, get a proper guidance, and if the work is done properly, so from one PhD thesis, minimum one PhD is possible. Moreover, I have observed that in PhD thesis, recommendation is very weak. So to strengthen research, we need to strengthen the recommendation of the research. In project proposal also, we have seen, the expected outcome, that is not very strong in many cases. So here I request all majority participant, because you will contribute, long year in the academics or in the research field. So focus on patent. It is optional. It may come, may not come. But if you have a direction to establish one patent from your PhD thesis, which you are guiding for your scholar, even PhD scholar, those who are attending, contractual faculty, guest faculty, you will also pursue PhD. But focus on pure research and going for patent also. Now for this, there are different types of research are there, but I have considered 3 types of research. There are typically, 3 types of research which basically, directly linked to the research and development. So these are basic research, applied research, and experimental development. Now, India is dominated by basic research, which is aimed at gaining more comprehensive knowledge without a specific application in mind, which is theoretical, conceptual based research, and research is continuously going on. Then applied research. Now the PhD thesis is also having applied orientation because primary data, secondary data is there, so applications are there. Now what is the result of the application? If there is no strong recommendation, there is not something new which is come as a research finding, from findings something new can be recommended. So then that application, in the longer term does not have so much of value addition. And basically applied research directs towards the solving practical problems. Then third is experimental development, which is focused on creating new or improved products and process through prototype and testing. So this is basically for engineering and to certain extent physics, chemistry. These are experimental is very easy and possible, and but in other areas also, wherever it is possible, we should focus on the experimental basis of research. Then research will be strengthened and development will take place. Now, strengthening research, what are the key strategies? In key strategies, main strategies like increased funding and investment. There is no option. If we want to strengthen our research in India, we need to increase the funding. But in India, problem is that government is supporting, government is funding, but private investment in the research funding is not up to the mark. So private investment in the research funding need to be increased, and which will strengthen research process in India, and automatically innovations will take place. Now second is capacity building and skill development. See, capacity building and skill development is also a part of the research continuous process. As a result of this strategy, we are having today's FDP, because MMTC is a body which is basically established to create awareness, then to develop skill, to develop capacity of the stakeholder, that is in the academics. So see, like government is supporting in state government, through central government, so there are different skill development organizations are there, and they are supporting. But we as a receiver in how we are receiving, how we are changing our mindset. There are a lot of skill development organizations are there. They are supporting, starting from TRLM and NRHM, then everywhere in the village, rural level. Then in every state there are skill development departments are there. Government is spending a lot of money, but those who are receiving this training or whatever knowledge they are gathering, that need to be applied, and it may be on experimental basis. Then institutional framework is another strategy which need to be strengthened. Institutional framework infrastructure means the infrastructure available in an institution, whether it is university, college, or any other educational institution. Their infrastructure facility should be world class, there should be good laboratories, good kind of research environment. Then only we can strengthen research and good outcome may come. Then collaboration and partnership. Collaboration and partnership, it can happen at any level. Any university can develop a partnership with good universities or good institutions, India, abroad. Not only all universities, whether any university or any educational institution may not be self-sufficient. So where they are lacking, they can look for collaboration and partnership. Then open access and knowledge sharing. Like if we say research article, so there should be a big approach to bring all research article into open access category. And that will be a landmark achievement in the knowledge sharing, and which will strengthen and upgrade the research level. Then research policy and governance. Research policy and governance, here government should have a very, very strong research policy and research good governance, where it will be a outcome based research. Like every research is outcome based, but outcome in the sense of innovations, because after sometimes I'll show you the global innovation index. There you'll see where India stands, and you will understand why we are lagging behind. Then I will show you a lot of research and development statistics, where you will understand that how we are lagging behind, and other countries are progressing. Then contribution of research and development. See, contribution of research and development is unlimited. We cannot explain this contribution of the research and development through some points. But out of this, there are few important contribution which basically research and development delivers to the society. Out of this, one is economic development. Research and development basically overall helps in the society's economic development. Like when if I say agriculture mechanization, then new technology, even if I say bank ATM machine, or any other kind of technology, where society have the economic development. Then social welfare. Research and development brings social welfare also. Through research, we can solve different problems, and we can come up with a solution, which is basically for societal benefit. Then technological advancement. Through research and development, technological advancement can happen, which will be the beneficial for society. Then policy and decision making. Through research and development, from recommendations of the research, new policy can be made, and decision making process can be further strengthened. The next, reforming research in the university. Now here, for every point I have make some summary notes. Why it is? Because to highlight that how we can take ourselves to a next level in research and development. So in this regard, universities must move beyond traditional models of research, which from the beginning I am saying we need to change our traditional kind of research, adapt outcome-oriented and socially relevant frameworks. Our framework system need to be changed. Reforms involve embedding research in the curriculum, redefining faculty roles to prioritize research output. Here again I am highlighting. Earlier I said the recommendation part in any research project is very, very vital. But what is my experience and observation? The recommendation is the weakest part of the thesis. This is a real fact. If you visit any library of your known, you visit, and in library theses are kept. You go through those theses, you will see the recommendation is very, very weak, and these are not useful to the society. So this pattern of doing research we need to change in our society. Then incentivizing quality publications and establishing performance-based evaluation. This what is being said by some renowned experts that I have quoted here. Emphasize on outcome-based research ensures that academic inquiry is aligned with societal needs. Means if any research article is being published or any research outcome is being published or it is being officially approved, so what is the social outcome, social benefit that need to be justified? Because see, I am ready to change, many of you ready to change, but if majority are not ready to change, that change will not happen in our society. And if all of us are ready to change, then there will be definitely a change will happen. Next is establishing research and development cells. Now see, here establishing a research and development cell, it is a point, but I have one objection with the cell. Cell is means small part of a university body which is working for research and development, but rather we can recognize this as a department or broader than department, because in a university or educational institution, every faculty member, every teaching staff, even non-teaching staff can be also included in the research process. So how we can justify with the cell? So it should be a broader term where everybody's contribution will have a wide organization acceptance for research and development. Now see, R&D cell, basically R&D cell, it is being popularized by UGC, because UGC have guided and advised that all university scholars should have R&D cell. But it should be more than R&D cell. It should be department. It should be having more wider orientation in a university. Now it acts as a institutional mechanism. See what I am going to read. What I said, you will get a connection. Institutional mapping, institutional mechanism for managing and promoting research activities. These units support proposal writing, manage funded project, and ensures compliance with ethics and quality standards. Their role is crucial in streamlining operations and providing faculty and students with resources and mentorship. This is being given by UGC in 2022. Now, enhancing institutional autonomy. Autonomous institutions are better positioned to innovate and respond to research priorities. Autonomy allows university to set research agendas, allocate fund efficiently, collaborate internationally, and implement tailored governance model. Decentralization also fosters creativity and flexibility in research design. The next is interconnectivity of teaching and research. High impact teaching is deeply connected to research. Integrating research into undergraduate and postgraduate curriculum fosters inquiry-based learning and cultivates critical thinking. Students benefit from early exposure to problem solving through live research project, encouraging lifelong learning and innovation. Now see, in the interconnectivity of teaching and research, in India, almost every university are following this statement. In UG, students have internship, which is research kind of work. In master degree, students have dissertation. But these are academic reports. But how these academic reports may be more outcome based, and it will having social benefit that we need to work out, because this infrastructure we are having, but from there how new things may come, new things may be developed. So this we need to focus on, which is basically extreme level of the applied research and beginning of the experimental kind of study. And wherever it is possible, we should follow it. Then we'll go to a next level of the research and development. Then, building world-class laboratories. So without laboratories, we cannot do experimentation. So laboratories basically state of the art, which is essential for conducting cutting-edge research. Investment in modern scientific infrastructure, digital tools, and laboratory safety not only improves research quality, but also attracts global collaboration and funding. Then, thrust areas of research with local, national, and global priorities. Strategic alignment of research with key priorities ensures impact and relevance. Here, in this regard, universities should focus on local needs, national challenge, and global concerns. Now, in the local needs, sustainable agriculture, water management, rural healthcare may be focused for research. These are the few identified areas. And of course, all areas based on the requirement can be local needs. National challenges like renewable energy, digital infrastructure, education reform, these are national level challenges in research. Then global concerns, these are climate change, public health, and cyber security. This is being given by UNESCO in 2021. So these are basically global concerns where research need to be conducted and development need to happen. Identifying and investing in thrust areas promotes targeted and impactful research outcome. Now, promoting interdisciplinary research collaboration. Complex real-world problems requires knowledge integration across disciplines. Encouraging interdisciplinary research enables holistic solutions and innovation at the intersection of science, technology, humanities, and social science. Then fostering academia industry interaction. Partnership between the academia and industry bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical application. Such collaboration leads to the co-development of technologies, internship, patents, and commercialization of research output. Institutions must facilitate technology transfer, officers and industry license units to manage the interface. Now, developing innovative practice. Universities should promote a culture of innovation through design thinking and innovation labs, student-led startup and incubators, participation in innovation contests and hackathons. Like, in every university, startup, then hackathons, then brainstorming session for project proposal. These competitions are going on. But after this competition, what is the real outcome? That will take us to the next level. Innovative practice foster entrepreneurial thinking and practice problem solving. Linking research with innovation. Innovation is the process of translating research into viable products, policies, or services. Universities should focus on translational research that bridge the gap between discovery and implementation, emphasizing patents, prototype, and pilot programs, which is basically the real kind of things which India basically need at this moment or year to come. Then, writing research project proposals, funding, executions, and management. Here, capacity building in project proposal writing is critical for securing competitive grants. Researcher must trained in identifying the funding opportunities, framing objective and outcomes, budget planning and compliance, reporting and dissemination of that proposal. Proper execution and management of research project ensure accountability, timeliness, and impactful result. Now here, say, for the newcomers and those who are already submitting project, so here, every faculty or every researcher, those who wants to submit the project proposal, they need to be trained. They need to be trained, and they are, like how to prepare budget. A fresh person, fresh faculty member cannot prepare a budget which will get approved by the external agencies. Then what are the funding opportunities? Their exposure need to be given. Then how objectives should be framed and how it will be outcome based. On these all things, proper training need to be given. So for that, I will give you some exposure also. Like I will go through 3 university sites. There, I will try to show that how these things are happening. Then coming to the summing up of this presentation, strengthening research and development with universities requires a multifaceted approach. Reforms in structure, capacity building, interdisciplinary integration, and academia-industry partnership are key. By aligning with local to global research priorities, universities can position themselves as a drivers of sustainable development and innovation. A strategic focus on funding, infrastructure, autonomy, and collaborative ecosystem will ensure that research meaningfully contributes to economic, social, and technological advancement. Further, in conclusion, to strengthen research and development system, it is essential for sustainable development. It requires strategic investment, institutional support, international collaboration, and a culture that values inquiry and innovation. As the result, the global challenges become more complex. The role of research in addressing these issues grows increasingly vital. Now, with this, this presentation is over. These are the reference. Now, I will go through some other area where you will get additional exposure, and I will try to link my explanation or presentation with those areas. Now here, first we will go through one, report, global report on Global Innovation Index. This is basically the PDF is visible. Anyone respond?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. So this is basically the executive version of Global Innovation Index 2024, which is publicly available. But I found it very attracting, which I thought that should be shared with you so that we can take India to the next level of research and development. This is basically the 17th edition of the World Intellectual Property Organization's flagship Global Innovation Index, which basically compiles 133 countries' innovation performance. 133 economics. Economics means countries, innovation performance. Now here, directly I go to this. This is basically quite, impressive to attract attention. Like global leaders in innovation. This is given region-wise, worldwide. Throughout the world, they have, categorized the world in different regions. And after this, like if I say one by one, Latin America and the Caribbean, they are Brazil, Chile, and Mexico. They are heading in this region of the world. Then second is Sub-Saharan Africa. They are South Africa, Botswana, Senegal. These are basically heading in innovation. Then Northern Africa and Western Asia, Israel, United Arab Emirates, Turkey. So Israel, what they are doing, we are getting through new channels, how they are strong through research and innovation. Then Southeast Asia, East Asia, and Oceania. There in this region, Singapore, Republic of Korea, and China. They are heading in the, innovation. Then Northern America. In Northern America, United States of America and Canada. Then Europe, Switzerland, Sweden, and United Kingdom. Then if we talk about the Central and Southern Asia, there India is leading, followed by Iran and Kazakhstan. This is basically the region-wise, innovation performance index. But in the global ranking, India is quite, lagging. Now there are, top 3 innovation economics by income group. See, after this innovation index, I'll go through research and development statistics. Then I will go through, some research and development department of 2 organizations, namely Assam University and Ikfa University Tripura. So there I will show you the, institutional infrastructure for research and development, and further how we can bridge the gap from university infrastructure or institutional infrastructure to coming up with a innovation. So for that, basically I have, trying to give you an overall exposure. So here, see, we are having top 3 innovation economics by income group. So by income group, if we say high income, in high income, Switzerland, Sweden, United States are leading. In the upper middle income, China, Malaysia, Turkey are leading. Low middle income, in low middle income, India, Vietnam, and Philippines are leading. Then low income, Rwanda, Togo, and Uganda, they are leading. Now this is basically by the country's income group. Now this is basically the, special and important one, Global Innovation Index 2024 ranking. Now here you see top 10, Switzerland with score 67.5 is leading. Now in the income group rank, they are 1. In the region rank, they are 1. Sweden, these 2, metric I have shown you, index I have shown you. So Sweden 64.5, they are ranking 2nd globally on innovation index. Like this, United States of America 3rd, Singapore 4th, United Kingdom 5th, then Republic of Korea 6th, Finland 7th, and Denmark is 10th. Now where is India? So where is India? That is, India is in 39. Yes, 39. So where is this is 39. See, so 39 India is ranking globally. It's good enough. Out of 133, we are ranking 39. So 39 with 38.3 point. And here the special thing is that in region-wise ranking and income-wise ranking, here you see 1-1. in the region-wise ranking, we are leading #1, and in the income category also we are 1. So this is a very progressive sign, positive sign for any economy. So, but the overall ranking is 39. So we need to accelerate ourselves. See, since my initial part of the presentation from introduction, I said that we need to reach to a new level, and that is the new level. We need to reach from 39 to within 10. Then we can think for 1, 2, 3. That basically cannot happen without all of your support. And as I segregate the participant, like assistant professor, I said 97, 20 research scholar, contractual faculty, guest faculty, other 21. Basically, this is the segment who will contribute to the society in a longer term. Associate professor also there, 17. They will also contribute, but their lifespan is lessened. So if all of the participants understand, then the research pattern, who will change? We need to change. Ourselves need to change. If we do not change, then India in general overall cannot change. So this is I wanted to highlight. Then here more details are given in the study material. I will share this PDF file. I will share with you. Then technology adoption. There are a lot of things. These are very informative. See, anyone will go through this in detail, they will be able to change their mind setup. So I will provide you this document, and it will be very informative to you. Next, I will go through another data which is on research and development statistics at a glance. It is being given by Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, which is being released March 2023, and this is publicly available. Now here, see, this is being released by Government of India, Ministry of Science and Technology, Department of Science and Technology. Now here, this is one vital area. All graphs are very vital, but some are very important. Now here, see, it is the graph is related to R&D expenditure, national R&D expenditure, and this percentage with GDP. Means what percent of GDP are being spent as research and development. Developed countries, their GDP contribution in research and development is much more bigger than India. Now here you see, like it is also for India also, it is quite appreciable. That's why India is doing well. Now this bar, these are basically research and development expenditure year-wise given from 1991 to 2020-21. And here, most important thing is that, like the GDP R&D expenditure as percentage of GDP, which is basically this line. This line where 1990-20 it is 0.66% of GDP. Then 2021 it is 0.64% of GDP, which is gross expenditure for research and development. So this expenditure we need to increase. Then we will move to a next level. Then next we are having, this is I will provide you this, you can go through, but at this moment I will skip it. Now next is national research and development expenditure sector wise 2020-21. Now here see this 43.7%, this part is basically promoted and expenditure carried out by central government. Then this 36.4%, it is being promoted by private sector industry. Then this 6.7% is basically state sector, state regulatory bodies or state bodies. Then this 4.4% is basically public sector industry. And higher education sector, very negligible, that is 8.8%. Now here, one thing I am telling you, after doing, if you also do research analysis on this, you will come to know that this portion just completely, opposite in the developed countries. Government expenditure on research and development is very less, private expenditure are more. And this will, come to notice after some slide. Next, like in India, there are 12 major scientific agencies. I repeat, 12 major scientific agencies. Out of those agencies, few agencies details are given regarding their, research and development expenditure. Now here, if we say, like this is ICMR, then Department of Biotechnology, this is Indian Council for Medical Research, Director of Science and Technology, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, Indian Center for Agriculture Research, then Director of Atomic Energy, Director of Science, then Defense Research and Development Organization. These are the major, scientific agencies in India. Apart from these bodies, there are few more bodies are there, but they have considered these bodies, and here research and expenditure are given in crores. So DRDO is capturing the and dominating the expenditure very highly. Then gradually you can see, but these also need to be improved. Then next is percentage share of government and business enterprise sector in gross expenditure on research and development. This straight line bar is basically representing the government sector, and this red line is showing the business sector. So here, if we see year wise, private or business sector investment or expenditure on research and development is less and government is more. So these need to change. Private expenditure need to be encouraged. Then research and development expenditure by leading industries group. This is basically public sector, and this one private sector. Now here you see in the drug and pharmaceuticals, below it is given private sector expenditure on research and development is much more better, and it is dominating like anything, because India is very famous in the pharmaceutical industry, so it shows here. Then information technology, then defense industries where public sector government is dominating in the defense industries. Then fuels, government is dominating. So like this, we can understand the research and development expenditure by leading industries group during the year 2020-21. Then this is very interesting, and this is very eye-opening thing. Like here, every bar or every straight line having three portion, three or four portion. First is gross expenditure on research and development by government, then gross expenditure on research and development by business enterprise, then third is gross expenditure on research and development by higher education, and third is other. Now here, if we consider the case of India, earlier also I said, in India, you see, the gross expenditure on research and development by government is 50%. 50%. Then by business enterprise, 41%, and by higher education, gross expenditure on research and development is 9%. But if you see, for all developed countries, it is just reverse, opposite. If you consider USA, you see USA gross expenditure on research and development by government is only 9%. You see the difference. Then gross expenditure on research and development by enterprise, 75%, which is in India 41%. They have negligible government participation everywhere. Then gross expenditure on research and development by higher education, 11%. So they are having privatization process since very beginning. And through this privatization system, they have established, they have developed their infrastructure, they have become more innovative, and they are dominating worldwide through their innovation and research. Then if I take the case of United Kingdom, here also you see the government expenditure on research and development by government is 7% only, and gross expenditure on research and development by business enterprise is 67%. Then gross expenditure on research and development by higher education is 24%, and rest is other. So from this, we are seeing that what is the difference between then any other country. If we take Russia example, Russia now is there in war, all of you know, but they are fighting war since last few years. Now we should understand how much economically, technologically they are advanced, they are strong. Now here also see the Russian Federation gross expenditure on research and development by government is 33%. Then gross expenditure on research and development by business enterprise 57%. And gross expenditure on research and development by higher education is 10%. Then Australia, Australia gross expenditure on research and development by government 10%. Business enterprise 51%. Higher education 36%. If you consider China, see, we are assuming that China will be a global leader. Why? This statistic also shows the same thing. They are basically research and innovation, they are progressing like anything. And what are the innovations they are bringing to rest of the world? All of you have the idea. Now at this present moment, without Chinese product, we cannot survive. If we do not want that, we will not purchase Chinese product, then also we need to buy. Chinese product became compulsion for us. Their manufacturing sector is very, very strong, and it is, affordable. They are making it very economic. Now here see the percentage is government gross expenditure on research and development is 16%. Then business enterprise gross expenditure on research and development is 77%. This percent is basically backbone of their economy, and that is basically the reason why they are progressing like anything. They are, dominating again, and they are coming, in the world ranking 1, 2, 3. Then gross expenditure on research and development by higher education is only 8%. So these are basically eye-opening thing. That's why I said initially also we need to change our research pattern. We have the basic infrastructure we have, but after this level, we need to rethink our, redefining our research outcome, redefining our research process, redefining our research recommendations. There are complete changes required. If we do not carry out this, then we'll be and what is our dream to become a developed country, it will remain a dream only. Then, agency wise support to extramural research and development projects. Here I said there are 12 scientific agency government of India is having. So through this agency, what kind of what amount of extramural research funding they are doing. So this is this chart is on this. So in the extramural project funding, Department of Science and Technology, they are doing extremely very good. And as a result of that, our university also received some projects, and we should say thank you to them. Then next is women contribution. Women contribution in the extramural research and development projects by the central and state agencies. Now here, male-female comparison are given, but in the interpretation and analysis, it is being shown that the women contribution also increased in the extramural research and development projects. Now here just I will discuss 2 years, 2018-19. If we compare 2001, there was percentage was 13. But in the year 2018-19, it is 28. But after that, in 1920, it reduced to 25. But hopefully, in the present year, it is in a increasing trend. Then next is research and development expenditure as a percentage of GDP for selected countries. Now, selected countries like Israel, Republic of Korea, Japan, Germany, Denmark, Finland, France, China, Hungary, Netherlands, Norway, Singapore, UK, and few more countries are there, Italy, Mexico, India. Okay, so India's, this part is basically 0.64%. 0.64% it is mentioned here. This India spent 0.64% of its GDP on research and development in 2020-21. And if you see, only Mexico is behind India and all other countries are ahead of India in case of spending from its GDP on research and development. Then, gross expenditure on research and development per researcher for selected countries. So these countries are selected, and here also you see, this is basically showing the gross expenditure on research and development by researcher, per researcher. So it is for India, very less, and all other countries, and these are almost all are developed countries. Per researcher, USA is leading So this is basically the percentage is given. So here also we need to do a landmark improvement. Then India's research publication trend. India's research publication trend, this is basically a having upward trend, upward movement. Okay, number of publication 1,60,000. That is nearby, in between 1,50,000 to 1,60,000. But see, India have lot of research publication, but innovation is negligible. Then number of patent sealed in India. This is also another eye-opening thing. Like if we go through this bar diagram, you can see these represent India, then foreign countries, total and percentage of Indian share. Okay, so 2021-22, India's percentage is very less comparing to the rest of the world, and total is given. So in case of patent also, we need to do a landmark achievement. Now what I suggested, like from every PhD thesis, minimum one patent can be established. If this is our target, then overall India's patent scenario will change. See, now also from PhD thesis, patent is coming, patent is happening. Some patents are getting commercialization also, but the number is very, very less. So that we need to upgrade, and it may happen that when we reach that out of 100, 95 PhD theses are having patent. So this will be a landmark achievement, and this will change the overall Indian research innovation scenario. Then patent application filled by resident and non-resident at select patent office. Now here, this is also very interesting. They're very interesting and very eye-opening. Now see, if we take the case of India, resident Indians filled up patent 43%. Non-resident Indians patent fill up 57%, and 57% this is not coming to India, as because they are residing in other country and they are filling the patent in that country, and the patent is going to that country. This is basically having high possibility. Now comparing to India, if we say Australia, you see, Australia is also very non-resident. Non-resident is 91%, resident 9%. So this is also one unique case. But if we look into other countries like China, resident of China, they fill up 90% of their patent. Non-resident Chinese, they fill up 10%. Then USA, resident 44%, non-resident 56%. Japan, resident of Japan 77%, non-resident 23%. Republic of Korea, resident 78%, non-resident 22%. So like this is also very eye-opening thing. Even for Canada, resident 13%, non-resident 87%. Now why it is so? As because in Canada, people from outside, they are staying in large scale, very large scale, especially from India and from other countries also. So they have migrant population who are residing there, and this is basically the outcome. India is basically suffering from brain drain also. Brain drain is basically very bad thing for any economy. India's brains are going outside and they are establishing, settling there. They are not coming back. Then distribution of research and development institution in India. Private sector 66%, state sector 13%, central 8%, universities 11%. Now, being these also, India's having a total research and development institution according to this report 2020-21, 7,888. But here private participation is more, but the investment is less, outcome is also less. So as a result of this, India is basically not having that landmark achievement. So with this, we are finishing this. This material also I will provide along with my other study material. So you can go through it. It will help you again. Next, I'll move to one website, that is Anusandhan, National Research Foundation. Anusandhan, National Research Foundation. Now, see, many of you may have heard of this. This is a new body in India, and this body, I am assuming it may create revolution in India in the research and development. If it is, have a proper direction, right direction, this body may bring revolution in India. Now, see, our majority percentage of participants I have informed you. So, if you are aware, please you visit it. If you are not aware, please you also visit it. You see that Anusandhan National Research Foundation was being established by the Act of Parliament in 2023. So this is basically in the introductory stage. Now here, I'll go through some program which is being promoted by Anusandhan National Research Foundation. In our university also, some department, they have got projects, then seminar funding from Anusandhan Research Foundation. So like all participants, you are from different parts of India. So I request you to visit this and regularly, and there are a lot of things are there. If you be familiar, it will help you a lot. Overall society will be getting upliftment. Now here, see, advanced research grant, then ARG matrix, inclusivity research grant, because due to the time constraint, I will not be able to go in depth of it, but I have gone through it. Now at this moment I cannot, but there is time limitation. But I request you, please do visit. Then there are few more things like schemes or programs. What are the schemes and programs are available? Okay, like mathematical research impact centric support. Okay, empowerment and equity, opportunity for excellence in science. For every area there are something. Core research grant, then intensification of research in high priority areas, then impacting research innovation and technology, then international travel support. See, international travel support, this is for participating in seminar, conference, workshop, then organizing seminar, symposium, they are giving financial support, then short-term special call, especially for COVID. So, overall, I want to say that there are, lot of scopes, and we are the beneficiary. We are the beneficiary. I can guarantee you all participants, all stakeholders of this program are beneficiary of this body, institution. That is Anusandhan National Research Foundation. Now, if we as a beneficiary, if we do not avail, then, government is doing for society, and we are the member of the society. Here, State University Research Excellence Center, then, overall, lot of things are there. Then next, I'll go to, ICFA University Tripura website. In ICFA University Tripura, we have, separately research and development department. Now here you see how we are developing infrastructure for research and development. Through this you can understand, what will be the shape or look of a research and development cell or, department. Like research and development at ICFA University Tripura, there is a write-up, then message given by the respected VC sir, then Dean Research and Development message, then IoT Research and Development Department mission statement. This is very important, mission statement. Then IoT Research and Development Department vision statement. Then objective of IoT Research and Development Department. What are the objectives we are having? Then activities. What are the activities we are performing? Okay, so these are the activities which we are performing from the department. Then IoT Research and Development Chronicles. This is basically one newsletter we have started in the previous year. Annually, we publish all patent, then research publication, then PhD scholars interview, those who have been awarded, then the freshers interview, then along with the seminar participation, seminar conference organized, FDP, MDP details. There is a overall detail of 1 year is given this, IoT Research and Development Chronicles newsletter. So any university, any, even college also can develop this, which will be a blueprint for their research outcome. Then another important thing we have done, funding institution and research proposal institution details. You see serial number, funding agency's name, website. Now if anyone click here on the arrow, you see the person will visit to that particular funding agency's website, and what are the current proposal are having that particular institution, that can be accessed and viewed. Now here altogether we are having 92 organization details, 96 funding agencies. Now you as a freshers, if you do not know that where to approach, how to approach, who are the funding agencies, you may have a look into it according to discipline, and you will get a exposure that what the funding agencies. Now just now see, I have just clicked on the first website, that is Advanced Technology Research Laboratories Japan. They are giving research funding worldwide. Developed countries, they are promoting research. Then next, if I go through one, like All India Council for Technical Education. See, we came to All India Council for Technical Education site. So here easily can be seen that what are the proposals are there and what are the deadlines, guidelines. Accordingly, things can be moved forward. Now, after funding agencies, we have IoT Scholar Club. Scholar Club, that is for our PhD scholar. This club promotes lot of things. They organize events, they participate in the events. Then these are basically the activities of the Scholar Club, like organizing research workshop, then research presentation, guest lecture, journal club, then collaborative research project, then conference and symposia, then field visit, professional development, publication support, community outreach, social event, mentorship program, interdisciplinary collaboration, then lot more are there. So our scholars are performing many of these activities, career development. Then next is Research and Development Department event report. From Research and Development Department, we are organizing different events. So we are highlighting the event in our website also. Now, previous year we have organized one multidisciplinary international workshop on thesis writing and art. This report you can see. So like this, any university, any even college also can establish a research and development cell having proper human resource, and it can be having the goal of outcome based result also. Now next, if we move to the Assam University, in Assam University also, what I have seen, they have well established infrastructure. Moreover, in ICFA University Tripura, we have institutional innovation council, where our incubators and startups students, they work together, and we are also helping, supporting them, and there is some entrepreneurs also in our university campus. So this is basically see how India will move to next stage. So as much as innovations will take place, startup will increase. In India, number of startup have tremendously increased, and due to that, manufacturing sector were being strengthened over a period of time, and as a result of this, employment increased, people purchase power increased, and GDP also increased. And now India's GDP is the world best GDP, which signifies through the purchase pattern of the consumer. Like there is a tremendous increase of the automobile, cars, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, then ornaments, gold, jewelry, everywhere. So this is basically, we are happy to say that we are in a progressive economy, very, very progressive economy, where economy is shining all around. But there is some problem, gaps are there, but we need to take care of this, and we need to proceed. But until unless our research and development are not strengthened, we will not be reaching to our dream, that is to become a developed country. Now, to become a developed country, we need to strengthen our research process and further development also. Now, see, I will just take few minutes on the Assam University Center and Cell. If you can see in their center and cell, they are also having, like, this is Maldiva Mission Teacher Training Center, okay, through which we are getting this benefit. We are having this FDP now. Then research development and entrepreneurship. Okay, so I will go through research development and entrepreneurship. See, there are structures are given. Okay, then after this, see, in the research and development, one thing I would like to show you. See, in the incubation center, intellectual property rights, then institution innovation council, these bodies in our university are also there. Okay, so every university is having their entrepreneurship development cell. So we are developing the basic infrastructure, core infrastructure. Now beyond that, we need to work together so that our society flourish. Then for a while, we'll visit to the Maldiva Mission Teacher Training Center also, because ultimately all of us are the beneficiary of this center, and we are very much fortunate that we have this center, like, who is providing us this awareness comes sensitization and orientation program. So we are, Professor Rajiv Mohan Pant, Vice Chancellor, Assam University, then Professor R. Balakiston, Director, MMTTC, then Professor Ajay Kumar Singh, MMTC Deputy Director. Now sir is Deputy Director. So they are very excellent and they are doing very excellent job. They are providing this NEP 2020 sensitization orientation program very effectively. In the Challenge Center, like remedial coaching center, then so many skill development I have seen. They have skill hub initiative. Say skill hub initiative. So every university, in our university also there is one career development center. Okay, so career development center, who are the beneficiaries? The students, scholars. Then in every state government, there are different skill development processes are there. So, resources are there, infrastructure is there. Now the stakeholders, they need to come forward and they need to contribute. And through this, we will be able to strengthen our research and development. And hopefully our economy will flourish. And what is our dream? To become a developed country by 2048. It will come true, and it may come before that also if we develop ourselves more progressively. With this, I thank you everybody for keeping your patience, and hopefully my request to all participants is that initially what I said, I will repeat it again. If you are doing a research, that should be outcome based research and looking for societal benefits. And if you are a PhD scholar, try to have a patent from your PhD. Now for that you can take help from different areas, different parts, even from AI also. Then the assistant professor, associate professor, those who are guiding research scholar, you encourage your scholar to have a patent, at least one patent. See, paper publications in many universities are compulsory. But beyond paper, what I am saying, patent is optional. It is optional, and if a PhD scholar having a patent, that will value his thesis for lifetime. And through this process, if we change, because India is having a big population size, and there innovation will take place at grassroots level, then patent will increase. So overall there will be a change. So this is my request to all. With this, thank you everybody, thank you so much.
The questioning session is open for all. If anyone has any questions, they are free to ask it now.
See, today also we have 98 participants. So I said on an average, 98, 100 participants are there. So hopefully this FDP will be a grand success, and all beneficiaries will be execute what they are learning, what information they are getting. So it will be at the best level.
Thank you very much, sir, for your truly enlightening and thought-provoking presentation. Your insights have undoubtedly enriched our understanding and added immense value to today's session. We hereby conclude our first session. Kindly stay connected as we will commence the second session shortly.
Thank you so much.